And I think we are live. What's up, Giants fans, Hub watchers, YouTube subscribers, Twitter and Instagram followers, and hopefully some Philly Notion fans. And I can't believe I'm saying this, some Eagles followers in the house out here. Welcome
Yes,
back to
sir.
He's getting hype. Welcome back to another episode of the Just Chillin podcast. As you can see, I do have a special guest on me here. This is Philly Notion. He's a Eagles YouTuber. He'll tell you a little bit about himself. I personally like this guy a lot. He has a lot of energy. I don't say that too much about Philly YouTubers now because I don't like Philadelphia and I don't like their fans, but he's one of the more cool ones. Very quickly, let me give a shout out to OGR Sports. Thank you so much for the $5 super chat, bro. He says no excuses, Hub. Let's go, LOL. Hey, I was only like about 30 seconds late. Come on now, Philly Notion. Tell the people about yourself, man.
Oh, yes, sir, my guy. Hey, first and foremost, hey, the Hub, man, appreciate you for having me on this thing, man. Listen, humbled to be on here, man. Again, hey, watching your work. You've been doing amazing stuff, my guy. Definitely keep that up. And you know how we bringing it. Hey, hold up. Let me go warm this thing up, my guy. Yeah. Warm it up, though. You know what time it is. You know who you on with. You know who you rocking with. It's your boy, Philly Notion. Notion gang, salute. Hey, you already know. Yeah, I know I'm in your giant stream, bro. But we about to go and check this 4K real quick. So hold up. Hey, hold up. Bell, let me go get it in the right direction. Hey, check. Ring. Check, you already know.
I can't. I have to get my jersey. I can't let you do this.
You already know. Hey, if y'all new to checking me out, y'all know what to do. Feel free, Philly Notion. Hey, if you new to this ride, you know what to do. Go hit that subscribe. Again, make sure y'all go hit that subscribe. So, hey, I see my guy empowered up. You know what it is. Hey, baby blue, it is.
The only reason I'm not throwing this on is because it's like super hot over here, and you know what I'm saying. So it's like it would be a little bit too much if I put this on. Shout out to Edward Chan in the chat, Joseph Bobby, Mikey C, who says it's bird hunting season. It's bird hunting season out here, man. Joe Yaddo, football talk. Joseph Bobby says I hate Philly, but he seems like a cool dude. Hey man, I'm telling y'all, go down into the description. His link is there. Check him out. If you like him, sub him up. He's a really chill dude. Like, I even be watching his content sometimes because, once again, the energy is what keeps you there. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Edward Ash in the chat. Bobby Murphy, who's, I'm guessing, a Philly fan. He says, Giants suck. With all caps and exclamation points. So, you know what, Philly Notion, first off, how you feeling about this week, man? I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not as confident as a lot of other Giants fans are. I'm going to keep it real.
Hey man, I'm gonna put it to you like this, man. It's a big weekend. So this Thursday night, man, we got a lot to prove. Look, right now, I'm confident about my team. Yes, I know we're coming off we coming off a loss. We lost to the Ravens, but seeing some things from my team, I have some hope. Of course, looking at this division, brother, you know what it's looking like. So, hey,
I mean, after listen, one thing we could agree on is we all enjoyed the absolute beatdown that the Cowboys had last night.
Yes, sir. That was pretty, my guy. On the Monday night special. Only game on TV. I know you saw it.
Listen, it literally got so bad. I was in my Discord watching it with some of my subs, and it got so bad. I think it got to like 21-0. I was like, all right, I'm tuning out. Like, I'm like, this is getting boring. I'm like, all right, the Cardinals are going to win. The Cowboys are they look like straight trash. There's no point in me watching the rest of this.
Complete garbage, man. Listen, I don't honestly, sometimes I understand, we should probably, I guess as a base or whatever, be feeling bad for the cow turds. No, I'm not. Psych. Hey, listen. Hey, I told y'all from the beginning. You could even ask some of these, other content creators out here also. Listen, I predict y'all to get second in the division, brother.
Giants?
Hey, yes, sir. Behind y'all know who it is, of course.
Oh, okay. This was before the season started, right?
This was before the season started. I'm still with that train,
You're
brother.
Still with it.
Of course, absolutely. Y'all seen that garbage they put on Monday night? Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Well, okay. Before the season started, and before we all realized, let's keep it real, that the NFC East was some hot garbage. Before we all realized that, what made you say the Giants second place?
Well, honestly, man, and a lot of this stuff that I've been just seeing from the Cowboys, man, and honestly, man, like I don't think y'all give y'all's quarterback enough credit, man. Like I think Daniel Jones, honestly, man, before Dak got injured, and again, I saw some things from Dak also. I know he's like the stat king, but listen, I gave Daniel Jones a higher ceiling than Dak. I don't think we saw Daniel Jones's best as of yet. But at the same time, we already know Dak, stat king. But now, with this epic injury that happened, hey, listen, I mean, I just think y'all, got to command that second place, brother. Hey, it's out there. So, it's wide open now.
Is it like odd the question for me to say whoever wins this game, I think is going to take first place in the East?
Hey, that's definitely not. I wouldn't even say that's out of there to say because honestly, bro, like how I feel if we lose to y'all Thursday night, we gonna have some real looking in the mirror about our season, and there's gonna be a lot of tunes that's gonna be changing, my guy. So yes, hey, you can ask the Eagle culture. I think and I gotta look at the odds for this.
Yeah.
I don't even know if we're favored for this game. I don't know if y'all are favored. I'd have to double check that.
I think you guys are favored. I think you guys are favored.
It's the first time we've probably been favored all season in any game. So
come on, you guys were definitely favored week 1 though.
Yeah, facts. Okay, I'll give you that. I think we were favored against, the Washington Trash Cans, and yes, we took that L. But at the same
time, the Redskins, Washington has literally gone down the hill since then.
Hey, we seeing that true form. I don't believe. Listen, that week 1 we gave them the win. We shouldn't even have that loss, but we gave that to them. Hey, listen, they just falling apart right in front of us.
Philly Notion, I'm going to start asking you about the Eagles soon, but I've never had a Philly tuber on here, so I got to ask you a little bit about my Giants first. Did you see, or did you get to see that game against the Cowboys we had last week? And do you agree with me and Giants fan when we said we got robbed of that game?
Hey, listen, y'all should have took that win last game. I ain't gonna lie, some of the miracle throws that were happening towards the end of that game, I don't,
Not even that, yo. The holding calls that the refs, they posted a video on IG, right? And it went around on Twitter too. The ref was really, his hand was in his pocket to throw the flag, and then he stopped halfway.
So that's one of the things I think it's actually happening just all over the entire league, my guy. Like, just these refs are having way too much of an impact, I think, in my opinion, in these games. And I mean, yeah, like honestly, I don't know if you saw, even with yesterday. I mean, I saw some Dallas fans crying about some flags that was missed, and I mean, listen,
the one that stood out from yesterday was the Drake Kirkpatrick on CeeDee Lamb. I think he straight up tackled him, and they didn't call it.
I mean, that I saw it. I mean, yeah, they missed one, but at the same time, look, they, I believe they threw another flag. Maybe it was a PI in the end zone. It was. Yes, these refs are impacting games, and it's sad, but you try to not give them those reasons to even have that opportunity, but at the same time, these refs is impacting games, my guy.
Now here's the thing, another one I have to ask you because it's kind of similar, not completely the same. The Eagles quarterback situation and the Giants quarterback situation are a lot more alike than I think people want to say. You mentioned it. I'm one of the Giants fans that I'm still like, yo, Daniel Jones is still in his second year. He literally has an entire season to finish. Let him play it out. Then we'll make judgments then. And right now, Carson Wentz, well, essentially since the Super Bowl, Carson Wentz has been catching flack, not only from NFL fans, but Eagles fans as well. Since you have been going through it with Wentz for years now, what do you have to say to Giants fans that are already giving up on Daniel Jones?
Listen, again, what? Daniel Jones, is this his second year right now?
This is his second year right now, yeah.
It's way too early. He's going to have to go through his growing pains right now. Another thing that's affecting Daniel Jones is that, correct me if I'm wrong, I think this is his second year, but this is his second coordinator maybe going through. Like he's learning a whole new entire system this year, I believe. So, I mean, there's no consistency right now, with Daniel Jones's learning curve. So,
and also I just want to add in, much like the Eagles, the Giants literally have just 3 healthy wide receivers right now. Every other wide receiver is injured.
Hey, listen, I understand it, my guy. I can't argue with that either. I can list to you our injury lineup. We don't have a near single starting receiver on our lineup. Matter of fact, come this Thursday, we ain't gonna have our tight end. We ain't gonna have our running back versus y'all. So Miles Sanders is out. Dak Ertz is out. Yes.
I was literally, I didn't make my preview video yet. It's a short week. That's really gonna affect how I make my preview video. I know, my subs are used to me doing the heavy editing stuff. It's literally probably gonna be me talking to the camera because it's such a short week. My preview video, I was literally gonna say whoever has less injuries is winning this game because both teams, they have a laundry list of injuries, man.
No doubt. Yes, man. That's one of the things I honestly expected, just with us not having, the preseason games and this whole, situation, this whole offseason. Yes, these players want to come in, rusty this year. And we see it tough this year, my guy.
Exactly. Now I see a couple of my Giants fans talking about Tay Crowder. I don't know if you know about Tay Crowder. He was our 7th round pick, Mr. Irrelevant, the last pick in the 2020 draft. But he's pretty good. He became our starting middle linebacker next to Blake Martinez. He got the touchdown last game against the Washington that put us up, and then right after the game, man, he's put on IR. So we got even more injuries, and now we're going to go to another backup ML linebacker. What part of the Philadelphia team right now do you think is most hurt by the injuries?
Our O-line. I mean, right now we're decimated, completely. Our O-line is depleted. Last game against the Ravens, we only had one starter on the O-line the whole game, which was our center, Jason Kelce. So, right now our O-line is depleted. Matter of fact, I think I reached out to OGR or, possibly one of you giant content creators. I had to get some intel. We've got, and I'm not sure if you're familiar, Jamon Brown.
Yeah.
Jamon Garbage Brown.
Jamon, I want to tell you real quick. He was with us in 2018 as a guard, and he did okay, and Giants fans hyped him up.
Not it, bro. Not it. This man, and I'm sure you could probably type in his name, check him out. But in the middle of a play last game in the Ravens, he stopped blocking to adjust his gloves while our quarterback is getting lit up in the backfield. Absolutely not, brother. That's not what we got, coming out here on this field. Jamon Brown ain't
to adjust your glove? You serious? That's not even. I
wish I was making this up, my guy.
That's not even NFL worthy. Forget starter worthy. Is he starting this game?
He's starting. That tells you how depleted our line is. I'm sure he's going to be in your attack plan.
Is he at right guard or left guard?
Right guard.
Listen, Giants fans, Leonard Williams is probably going to be matched up on this guy. I need you to keep it 100 with me. I need you to keep it 100 with me right now, Philly. Leonard Williams versus Jamon Brown. Who's winning that battle? Come on now.
Hey, I'm not even going to lie. Look, I mean, that is a shaky spot on the line. So, honestly, what it's going to come down to is we're going to have to counter that. So, we're going to have to either move this pocket or, I don't know, we're going to have to keep some extra people in, to do some extra blocking. But we shouldn't be seeing Carson, and that's another thing. I do kind of want to ask you, how your pass rush is. Y'all got a pretty.
The thing with our pass rush is it's not bad, but it's not great. It's like right smack dab in the middle, right? Which is an improvement from last year. I think we were in the 20s last year. We're in the teens this year. And actually, let me pull it up right now. But last time I checked, we were probably 13th or 14th in sacks. And it's unfortunate because both of our starting outside linebackers went down in that Dallas game. Lorenzo Carter, third-year guy who was seemingly, getting ready to break out. And then our second-year guy, O'Shane Zimenez, he wasn't doing great, I'll admit, but he was developing. Both of our outside linebackers are gone. So now we're down to Marcus Golden, who was our number one guy last year, but he seems to have lost a step or something. And Kyler Fackrell, who was a cheap signing from the Packers that's actually doing really well. This is an outside linebacker in Kyler Fackrell who has 3 sacks or 2 sacks on the season and a pick 6. Think about that. An outside linebacker, pass rushing with a pick 6. So pass rush eyes were all right. Leonard Williams, who I mentioned, is our leading sack leader, I think, with 3 sacks on the season. And then it's really that interior that gets the pressure. We also got, blitzes from the outside. It's a very average pass rush. But I think because of the injuries on the Eagles, and, obviously this one I'm going to shoot it back to you. How do you think you guys are going to match up with that pass rush because of those injuries?
Hey, man, honestly, I think, again, we're going to have to counter by moving the pocket. I mean, there's nothing really that we could do to mask our offensive line. Our offensive line is a problem. So, there's really not a whole lot. I mean, right now, I looked at a stat the other day. Carson Wentz, right now, within 6 games, he's been sacked 25 times. So, last season alone, he was only sacked 37 times. So, that lets you know right now, he's on like a historic pace. Our O-line is a train wreck. So, there's honestly nothing that we can do besides maybe moving the pocket. We're going to have quick throws. We're going to have to pretty much get the ball out quick. That's the only way to counter that. I don't expect to see Carson having 7-step drops, but please believe Carson Wentz is a magician in that pocket. So he will extend plays. The opportunities are going to be there for y'all to get sacks, no doubt. But at the same time, if Carson Wentz can break that, containment, get out of a couple tackles like he's known to do, and expose some big plays, y'all might be in trouble under that state. So
that is true.
If pressure's getting home, our O-line is garbage. I'm not masking that one bit. We got problems on our O-line.
So here's the thing. I got it pulled up here, and I actually did not notice. Philadelphia, this is ranking in sacks. Philadelphia is actually number 5 in the NFL with 21 sacks. So you guys are doing that's a lot better than I expected. Philadelphia, I don't know how you guys been getting that sacks. I'm definitely going to ask you to get into that. And to answer your question, the Giants, we're all the way down at 11th. So once again, right on the outside of that top 10 with 15 sacks. And then in terms of pressure percentage, we're neck and neck. The Giants are at 10 and Philadelphia is at 11 in terms of pressure percentage. So first off, which is more important to you, pressures or sacks? And then I'm going to ask you, how in the world has Philadelphia been getting these sacks?
Well, okay, I guess what's more important to me, I mean, definitely, sacks has always looked good on the stat sheet, but a lot of the things that you don't see also, of course, are the quarterback hurries and things like that. But at the same time, as long as we're impacting the quarterback's throw, look, I don't need the sacks. Like, I need us to disrupt the quarterback's timing. So, a lot of this stuff right now, the reason why we are successful, especially with our pass rush, is because we invested in our D-line. We've got our ends. We got Brandon Graham. We got, Josh Sweat coming along. Derek Barnett, he's a former first-round pick. We got
can't forget what you got on the inside.
Fletcher Cox, yes, sir. But honestly,
and I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah. He ain't been doing.
Since your guard position with Jamon Brown has been a weakness, the weakest part of this Giants offensive line, by far, in my opinion, has been the inside. They've been improving week by week. But Fletcher Cox I'll be surprised if you guys don't match him up against our center, Nick Gates, who this is his first year playing center because he used to be a tackle and he's having he's having growing pains there, or matching him up against Will Hernandez, who, has been on and off. I'm surprised if you guys aren't going to do that, but if that happens, I definitely expect Fletcher to, have at least a sack or two off of those guys.
Hey, look, I'm hoping that he does something. Fletcher he's not been the most impactful for us this season, but we also got, I'm not sure if you heard of Malik Jackson. He's out there on that line for us. We got Javon Hargrave. We've got some investments in that D-line, so that's our engine to our defense is our D-line. If our D-line ain't getting the pressure, hey, I'm going to tell you another weakness y'all can definitely take completely advantage of. The blueprints out there. Hey, our middle linebackers or our linebackers, garbage. There's a guy by the name of Nate Gary that's on our field that if you just throw the ball his way, guaranteed you're more than likely going to have some success. So,
I just want to say real quick, shout out to everybody that's tuning in. We got a Dallas Cowboys boy in here. Dallas Cowboys for life. Shout out to Devon Griffin, Calvin in here. Calvin's actually a Cardinals fan, but he's a great supporter of mine. So we got to address this. I'm going to let you take this one first. He says, both QBs suck. You guys are lucky Dak got hurt. He would have broken all kinds of records. You take this one first.
Hey, first off, shout out to my guy, Dallas Cowboys for life. Hey, look here, my guy. Sid, let me tell you this, bro. Look, your quarterback before he got hurt was 1-3. Okay, let's put that at that. So, listen. Y'all could chase the stats and breaking records, but it was looking like y'all was on pace to still be at least 8-8 at the best. So, hey, ain't nobody buying that Dak hype. Again, yes, he's a good quarterback that needs to be paid. But now, look.
Hey, man, listen, after that game last night, Philly, after that game last night, he's walking into Jason Garrett's office like, all right, bro, come on now.
Like, hey.
I said Jason Garrett. I meant Jerry Jones, yeah.
He's got, and again, it's bad. It's a bad situation for the Dallas Cowboys. Again, they're having to weigh out, decisions based off of Dak is a great, great leader, great person. got a great skill set, hey, post injury, they should have paid this man. Now, he's got an injury. We got to see how, hopefully he bounces up back 100%. But Jerry ain't going to co-sign officially on that, man. They're going to have some problems out in Dallas, man.
I fully expect after he got franchise tagged this year, it was the second year in a row he's franchise tagged, right? I said to myself, I expect him not to go to Dallas back no matter what. Because if I'm Dak, I take it as disrespect that you franchise tagged me 2 years in a row. I don't care. I'm going somewhere else. I'm probably going to someplace like Chicago, which I think is going to be a great fit for Dak. They got a great defense over there. They got a couple nice weapons. He'll fit in just fine.
I mean, I look at it like, what's Jerry and them going to do? They're probably going to go to Dak to ask him to lower his value, right? Because of the injury. Why should Dak? Dak put in all that time and all them years to build all them stats and to do all that. He shouldn't lower his price tag for them, especially after they, put him on a franchise tag. So, yeah, there's going to be some drama. Please believe that in Dallas with them heading the headlines this offseason.
Exactly. We got one of my boy here, Joseph Bobby says, got to bring up Bradberry. Now, listen, James Bradberry, I think, is taking the NFL by surprise. Giants, one of our big free agent signings this offseason. When we signed him, everybody was clowning the Giants because we didn't sign the former Cowboy, funnily enough, Byron Jones. And they were like, who is this James Bradberry kid? 5-6 weeks into the NFL season, he looks like one of the best cornerbacks, if not the best man-to-man cornerback in the league. Have you seen how he's locked up some of these receivers? Like the most yards he's allowed was week 1 to Juju, and it was just 69 yards. What do you think about James Bradberry?
I think y'all found a diamond there. Did y'all draft? Was Bradberry drafted?
Nah, Bradberry was drafted by Carolina, but it was drafted by our GM, Dave Gelman. So he got off his rookie contract with Carolina, and then we got him. So we got him in his prime, too.
Yeah, he's looking, and hey, listen, I can't knock it. Yeah, I mean, y'all found a true solid corner. Now, I know one of the things, who's on the other side of Bradberry? That's
one of our problems. Right now, I think it's this guy named Ryan Lewis.
Okay.
Yeah. So our number 2 corners is kind of a problem. There's this guy, Ryan Lewis, who we got out of a practice squad a couple weeks ago. He's been okay at the best. You know what I'm saying? But, hey, if I'm about to bring up the stats once again, pass defense-wise, let me go here on Pro Football Reference.
Yeah.
The Giants, since, were 21st in the league. You know what I'm saying? So that does tell you something.
Yeah, hey, listen, y'all picked up that's a good piece in Bradberry, and I think that's one of, that's got to be a future piece. More than likely, hopefully y'all gonna take care of that man and sign him. But yeah, I mean, I definitely think
we got him on the 3 or 4 year contract right now, I think.
My guy Bobby right here. Hey, can I address this real quick, my guy?
Sure.
But hey, listen, shout out to my guy Bobby Murphy, man. Listen. You need to calm this Jalen Hurts nonsense down, man. Look, hey, release the special packages on him. That's how we gonna use Jalen Hurts. But hey,
come on, y'all spent a 2nd round pick on him though.
Hey, listen, I'm not a fan of that pick by any means. But hey, look, we need to play this man. I'm gonna tell you that. Like, he's not, a 2nd round pick. Do you know that the very first game when we played the Washington team, right? Jalen Hurts didn't even suit up. We just had our 2nd round pick sitting on the bench. So
where do you see him fitting on this team for the future, though? Right? You agree that you disagree with the 2nd round, using the 2nd rounder on him, but it's a quarterback with the 2nd round pick. We all know what that implies. Where do you see him on this team?
Honestly, I see us potentially, my case scenario is that we possibly showcase Jalen, which we're kind of doing now, boosting his stock value. And hopefully, one of these thirsty quarterback teams may put in a, decent offer, at least something higher than a 2nd, something a 1st round, or give us something for Jalen Hurts. Don't know if that's going to happen. But again, one of the things that the Eagles do, and that's a cultural thing, is they invest in the quarterback position. So I'm not shocked by the move that they invested in a QB position. But to spend a 2nd round draft pick and not put anybody around or not Jalen Hurts, but Carson Wentz, our franchise quarterback, yeah, I don't agree with that. But again, hey, Jalen Hurts, I don't see him being on the team long term. I see it's potentially, flipping the value for him somehow and possibly, him getting an opportunity somewhere. He deserves a start. He deserves an opportunity. It's just unfortunately right now, hey, this is Carson's team. And I'm sorry, it's until Carson, till these wheels fall off, my guy.
I'm with you there because with me it's with Daniel until it's not with Daniel. You know what I'm saying? And I forgot to mention it earlier when you brought up that one of the worst parts of the defense, if not the worst for the Eagles, is middle linebackers. During the draft this year, I'd live stream the draft, and I was saying I don't know why I'm angry for Philly because I hate Philly, but I'm like, yo, their GM is stupid. How do you not draft middle linebackers? Like, when's the last time you guys drafted a middle linebacker high? Because your middle linebacker position has been a struggle for years.
It's been absolutely terrible. We just, for whatever reason, we don't invest in linebackers. Last time we drafted a linebacker might have been, I think, Jordan Hicks, which we let him go, I think, to Arizona, in which he started, playing pretty decent there. We just don't value linebackers. I mean, last decent, great linebacker I could tell you that the Eagles may have had was, time ago, I think it was like D'Amico Ryans or something. Like, that might have been.
You can't even remember his name.
Hey, look, I'm going to tell you right now, it wasn't somebody we drafted because we don't draft linebackers. So, we usually, how we fix our linebacker position is we plug and play. Like, I believe we got Nigel Bradham, last year.
And he's injured
we
now,
plug
right?
and play linebackers. We don't draft them. We don't invest in them for whatever reason. And it eats us up. And we're seeing it in full display this year.
Exactly. And I want to say same thing with the Giants. We haven't drafted a middle linebacker position in a long time, but this year, like the Bradberry signing, our second biggest signing, Blake Martinez. Bradberry's like top 2 of his position right now. Blake Martinez is top 5 of his position. I'm honestly surprised that we hit on 2 of the biggest pieces. Your quick thoughts on Blake Martinez and what you know about him. Coming off of the Packers, he led the NFL the past 3 years in tackling. People were like, he ain't got no type of coverage skills. Comes over to the Giants, and he got some coverage skills too.
No doubt. No, that's definitely, I mean, look, the man's all over the field. That's what you expect from your linebackers. So, listen, like I said, some of the things, and that's another thing, I pay attention to y'all, the Giants information at times also. And I know a lot of the slack right now, like y'all are looking for now, I'm hearing a lot of the stuff getting put on Dave Gettleman. And listen.
Your opinion on Gettleman, and we're going to get into Howie Roseman, trust me.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. So, given my opinion on Gettleman, I mean, yeah, the clock is ticking, but at the same time, being a GM, you need time, especially from my understanding, y'all came from the, what was it, Reese?
Reese, yeah.
Reese, he had to completely re-gut this team, I believe, and he's still in the process of building it. So,
thank you. I just want to say, how is it that a Philly fan, he pays attention every now and then because, of course, he got to focus on his own team.
No doubt.
How is it that this man knows what I've been trying to tell fans all along? Gettleman in 2018 had to gut the team because that's his first year. You got to get rid of all those players from the previous era, right? 2019 was when we actually started rebuilding because that's when the organization finally gave up on Eli. They took Daniel Jones. Now, 2019 coaching-wise didn't work out, and that's why we didn't have a good season like we thought we would. So 2020, it's still a rebuilding year. It's just the second year to rebuild. You got to take into account the off season that we all had, and that is definitely why it's part of the reason as to why the team is doing so bad. But then I feel bad saying this because I don't like moral victories, but look at the division. Are we really doing that bad when we're third place in the NFC East right now? Like, come on, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I definitely like that you say that, and we got to talk about this guy, 4Gram. I've been seeing my subs bringing him up. You tell me a little bit about him because they've been bringing him up.
Man, tell you a little bit about him, bro. I didn't know about this man on my team for until the past last couple weeks, bro. This man, I guess I think he came from, and that's terrible. I don't know his full stats. I believe he came from, was it Detroit, maybe?
I'm gonna look him up right now.
Yeah, man. Listen, this man right now on our team is emerging as our #1 wide receiver. That tells you the playmakers that we have right now. Wentz don't have nobody to throw it to on the field, and this Travis Fulgham. Hey, listen, he came to us by storm. We didn't draft him. We picked him up, and yes, this man is making plays on our team. And yes, I mean, he's becoming a #1 wide receiver. This man is
he's only 25 years old.
Yes. Yeah, he's young talent. Where does it show that? And again, my apologies. That's terrible. Again, I'm not going to sit up here and cap like I knew who Travis Fulgham was because, listen, this man came to us about a few weeks ago and just tore up the scene. So, Hey,
I'm gonna read you his stats right now from Pro Football Reference. So at
yeah,
is this San Francisco? No, what is this? SFO. That's San Francisco, right? Am I tripping? Yeah, that's I don't know. I'm like, what is SFO? But at San Francisco,
yeah.
right? He had 3 targets,
Oh, yeah, that's Sanford. Yep.
yeah, 2 receptions, 57 yards, touchdown. Then at Pittsburgh, 13 targets, 10 receptions, 152 yards, a touchdown. Last week, Baltimore, 10 targets,
75.
6 receptions, 75 receptions, one
Yes,
touchdown.
sir.
So
Yeah.
this man literally came out of nowhere. And like you said, Eagles been having problems, man. What do you think? You think this is like a one-hit wonder type of thing, or like what do you think he's gonna be long term? What are you seeing from him?
I mean, it looks legit. Like I'm seeing things from this man that's displaying him to be a #1 wide receiver. He's high pointing the ball. He's getting separation on every play. I mean, he's got the deep threat ability. Yes, we are seeing an emergence of a #1. And right now, because one of the things with our wide receiver cast, we've got a lot of young rookies right now. Like I see some of the people in the comments, about Jalen Rager, who on our team is hurt right now. Hopefully, I don't know when he's coming back. He might surprise us this Thursday. You never know.
Late game active.
Rager back. Yes, sir. Hey, but I don't know yet. We're going to see how it rocks. But yeah, it's like our whole wide receiver core. Deshaun Jackson's been out.
Wasn't Deshaun Jackson cleared for this game? And when I saw that, I was like, of course he's cleared for the Giants.
Hey, listen, from what I'm hearing, he's been on track. I'm gonna have to double check that, but yeah, he's been limitedly practicing, and But then again, he did that to us last week.
I'm gonna tell you right now, if he's cleared for the Giants, he's gonna he just somehow, some way finds a way.
Miracle at the Meadowlands. I want to see it again.
Listen, now we just talked about Bradberry. Let's keep it real. I'm confident in James Bradberry locking up Travis up.
Okay, that sounds good. But at the same time, listen, Carson Wentz is not going to force it to Travis. Mm-hmm. Carson Wentz also is going to pass it to people you probably don't know about. We've got Greg Ward out there. Hey, listen, again, we've lost both of our tight ends. We've lost Dallas Goedert and Zach Ertz, right? Hey, another tight end we've got out there is somebody by the name of Richard Rodgers, who, again, is a nobody. But Carson Wentz looks for everybody on the field. John Hightower, that's another person on our team that he could stretch the field. Carson has some options. Again, they're young talent. So I don't see Carson. He's not going to force it to Travis. If it ain't there, if he sees something different, hey, listen, Carson's going to go with whoever's looking open.
He's going to go with whoever's looking up. I just want to say real quick, shout out to everybody new that tuned in. Simon, Z, Sabrina, NYG31, Andy, Garcia, Frost God Nation. I kind of lost my comments here because I was switching tabs, but any comments I didn't get to read, guys, you want me to read, just retype them. We'll get to it. But let's get back here. Giants secondary versus Eagles wide receiving core. Other than Travis, who you brought up, and you brought up the other names, you brought up Richard Rodgers and stuff. In that battle, the overall, we talked about the one-on-one, the overall. Our secondary is not that great. Your wide receiving core is not that great. Who's taking the W in that battle?
Honestly, I think that I'm betting on my quarterback because that's the X factor on our team. Yeah, we know our wide receivers. Listen, they don't always create separation, but the X factor for our team is Carson Wentz. We got a leader out there, somebody that's gonna, he's gonna fight. He's gonna make plays.
Is the team still fighting for Carson? I'm gonna ask you that. Is the team still fighting for Carson?
Absolutely, absolutely, and I think we're seeing that more with these young players that are playing with Carson right now. Just because, for whatever reason, and we saw it last year, kind of when, the Eagles, they made the playoffs with quote unquote practice squad players. All these players were young players that hadn't played with Carson. But Carson has a thing with, these young players that he can just kind of just say, hey, come on, let's go, follow me. Hey, he has problems when it's like the veterans out there, Alshon Jeffrey, Deshaun Jackson. The chemistry ain't there, but when he's got them youngins, he's like, come on, let's go. He'll figure something out, and the young ones tend to follow. So I believe they are absolutely following Carson Wentz right now.
Exactly. We got a Frost God Nation saying Ward killed us last year, and I saw somebody else put this in there. Bobby Murphy, this is absolutely true. Boston Scott did eat us alive last year. We could not stop Boston Scott. I don't know if that was the at Philly game or at Giants game, whatever the case is. Here's the thing. It's funny, and I said this all the time. Unfortunately, our main guy in Saquon is out for the season, which is a big hit to us, of course. But the thing that I noticed is when we played Philly these past 2 years, and yeah, Philly came away with the wins all the time, the Giants were always leading at halftime. And then our coach, Pat Shermer, who thank God he's not here anymore, just stopped running Saquon into the ground. And that's what allowed Philly to come back. So now this game, I fully expect that not to happen, both because Saquon isn't here and we got a different play caller. But what are you expecting from the Giants offense? We don't have a great offense. You know what I'm saying? It's sort of come alive these past 2 weeks, but this is the 31st ranked offense in the league. What are you expecting from them?
Hey, look, that's where I think we need to take advantage. Like, that's where I think we're going to, I do expect us to create turnovers in this game. I'm not sure if Daniel Jones, if he's, I know Carson, he's cleaned up some of his interceptions that he's been throwing, especially starting the season out. But again, I still think Daniel Jones is in that rookie not rookie, but he's learning some new play stuff. He's still developing. Hey, we can rattle him for some potential interceptions and turnovers. So I expect for us to do something in that nature to try to shake Daniel Jones. But at the same time, it's going to all start with stopping y'all's run. Look, we know y'all don't have Saquon Barkley, but we know y'all got Devontae Freeman now. But at the same time, listen, we got to make y'all's run completely irrelevant. Daniel Jones is going to have to beat us with his arm. And if he does that, hey, salute to him. We're going to have bigger problems on the Eagles side. But at the same time, I believe that's how we're going to have to beat y'all. Stop the run completely. And it's going to have to be the Daniel Jones show while he's catching some pressure.
And you know what? I'm going to keep it real with you. By the way, shout out to Mark Primetime. He's a Cowboys fan in the chat here. I'm going to keep it real with you. I think that's what it's going to come down to. I don't even think it's like you said, the blueprint is out there on how to beat these two teams because of how trash the division is. Mark Primetime just said, is the race to 6 wins to win this terrible division. He's not lying. He's telling pure facts, right? The blueprint is out there on how to beat the Giants. Make Daniel Jones beat you. And the reason why I think that's a good thing for this game is because it's like you said, if Daniel Jones does actually beat the Eagles, you know how much confidence that gives him with all the stuff he's been facing this season? The confidence it puts back into Giants fans that already gave up on him. Maybe even, it gets him a little respect, around the NFC East. Who knows? But another reason I know that's how it's going to go down is because, once again, your interior defensive line is way too strong for me to have complete confidence in our run game, which has only come alive in the past 2 weeks. Up until week 4, the Giants' rushing attack has been dead last in the NFL. I still think I might be wrong on this because I'm not sure how many rushing yards we had last week, but at least up until week 5, we still haven't had a game where our running backs rushed for 100 yards. Daniel Jones is still the leading rusher on this team. Daniel Jones, our quarterback, is the leading rusher on this team. And last week against Washington, you saw that trick play he had where he went down for 49 yards. He got some wheels on him, but he's not supposed to be the leading rusher on the team.
Hey, that's true. He shouldn't be the leading rusher. But at the same time, if that element's there, which, yes, Daniel Jones, I've been seeing some wheels on Daniel. And, hey, look, I'm going to tell you right now, we got exposed by Lamar Jackson last week. I think he put up like 108 rushing yards on us alone. So, yes, listen, if he can find a crease and somehow get through to our linebackers, it's going to be a problem. So we need to contain Daniel Jones also. But, again, I think all of this, we got to stop this run, plain and simple. We can't have Devontae Freeman from y'all's team acting a nut. And, yeah, we can't have, Daniel Jones just free running out there either. We got to stop that and make Daniel beat us with his arm.
And I was going to bring that up before I get to this comment here from Calvin. I was going to bring that up since you brought up Lamar Jackson. I think that's what we're going to have to do. We're going to have to find some type of trick plays and maybe repeat what we did against Washington to take advantage of that. So Calvin here says Philly Nation. I think he meant Notion. But either way, Philly Nation is in the chat as well. He says, what side of the ball or position do the Eagles need immediate improvement on in order to make a run at the playoffs? Saying that Dallas keeps losing doesn't count.
Honestly, I mean, we've got, I'm not going to sit here and say one hole is going to solve our problems because we've got a couple glaring holes. But honestly, if I had to put something right now on a position, what's probably been the most irritating thing for me to watch, and I've been saying it every game, it's our linebacker. I am tired of, we need some kind of a linebacker in the middle of the field. I'm tired of tight ends. That's a way y'all could completely.
I was about to say Evan Ingram.
Hey, and I know y'all been giving Evan Ingram some slack too. I've been hearing that. A lot of people been bailing out on Evan.
You could point to the camera right now. I have been one of the biggest Evan Ingram haters this year because I'm done with him. You know what I'm saying? The first 4 weeks, I'm telling you right now, bro. Until Dallas,
Ingram
first
can
4
eat
weeks,
this game possibly.
He can, but the first 4 weeks, drop after drop after drop. It's like Jesus Christ. If you're not healthy and you're on the field, you're just dropping the ball. Like pick one, man.
Hey, look, man. Hey, this is a perfect game for Evan Ingram, to go ahead and, listen. If he's worth something, he's going to look for number 47 on that field, Nathan Gary, and he's going to run his way. And all he's got to do is this. And guaranteed, he's going to burn our middle linebacker. But again, hey, I got to see how this all plays out. Again, I expect for us to get pressure home. So hopefully our linebackers won't be getting exposed. But yes, if I had to fix a hole on this team, it's definitely a middle linebacker is what I'm fixing right now.
And we got John Doe here. He's a Giants fan. He says, man, I still think we might lose because of our wide receiving core. And as of today, what is it, October 20th, 2020, the Giants have not added or elevated any other wide receivers. I don't know what we're doing. We still just have 3 healthy wide receivers. It's actually kind of stupid that we haven't elevated anybody else from the practice squad or gone out and picked up somebody because we only got, I don't know how many times I got to say, we got 3 wide receivers. That's it. Darius Slayton, Golden Tate, and Austin Mack, who was elevated last week. He's a rookie. We need somebody.
Is Shepard coming back? I thought he was a.
They said he's on track, but nothing's confirmed yet. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. I mean, y'all definitely going to have to. Yeah, you're going to need more than 3 wide receivers on the active roster.
And then Frost God Nation, speaking of Slayton did play all good last year. I think he had like over 100 yards. He's been recently heating up in the season as well. And I got to talk about this. Darius Slay versus Darius Slayton. Let me hear your thoughts.
Exactly. Yes, sir. I'm going to tell y'all right now, Darius big play Slay. Yes, sir. Look, he ain't had no big plays this season, but he's been doing his job. He's been shutting corners down. Hey, listen, every corner he's matched up against, hey, that's our best cornerback on the field out there. So Darius Slay is doing his job. Hey, that might be the matchup. Whoever y'all's best wide receiver is out there, Darius Slay is going to be on that man. Please believe that.
You think he could shut down Darius Slayton?
I believe so. I believe Slay will limit at least Slayton to. I mean, he ain't going to completely shut him down to maybe like no catches, nothing like that. But listen, he ain't going to have no, big plays. I don't see. He's not cracking over 100 receiving yards. Let's put it like that.
Listen, we all know Darius Slay is a bit older now. Can he keep up with Slayton's speed? Slayton's a fast guy. He's one of the fastest wide receivers in the league. So can he keep up with that speed?
I think, again, it's going to depend on the pressure because what I think Darius Slay is a smart player, right? Like, I mean, he knows there's these speed receivers out there. He's not just going to let somebody just burn him like that. But at the same time, a lot of this is going to be predicated off of our pressure because if Daniel Jones ain't got time to sit back in there in the pocket and rip the ball down the field, Darius Slay ain't got to, worry about Slayton burning him too much. So, look, I just think Darius Slay needs to do his job, get physical with these receivers out there and, do what he's been doing. Stay with the people that he's with. He's going to be a physical player out there. I know sometimes, these referees are going to possibly throw some flags. I'm expecting that already. But at the same time,
but it is at Philly. So if anything, I actually expect you guys to get more calls than us.
Hey, I wouldn't even buy that, man. We get robbed at home too. It don't matter. These refs are, they're impacting the games way too much, in my opinion. But I expect to see it. Yeah, we're going to see some flags, and there's going to be some bogusness, I'm sure, in the game.
All right, so we got Howie Roseman in the chat, bro. Howie Roseman out here not even spending his spare time to improve his team. He's like, yo, why doesn't Notion like me?
Hey, Howie, let me go and talk to you real quick. Howie. Hey, listen, I'm not even a Howie hater. Like, listen, Howie has some great skill sets. One of his things being cap management. But one of the things he immediately needs to get up off of is evaluating player personnel and doing anything with evaluating talent. I'm going to tell you right now, this man, every time I look at DK Metcalf, we have a player by the name of JJ Arthega-Whiteside. He's a receiver on our team. Complete garbage. Now, DK Metcalf, as you can see for the Seahawks, looking good. We could have picked him up. But no, Howie Roseman, evaluating player personnel for whatever reason, decided not to get him. So there's been all kind of other players we passed on. Like we could have had Terry McLaurin on the Washington team. We could have had.
You could have had Darius Slayton.
We could have had Slayton. That's what I'm saying. So yes, Howie Roseman, your skill set is not in evaluating player personnel. I know you're the GM, but if there's a way we can get that man out of that responsibility and get a professional that's good at player personnel, evaluating talent, I ain't got a problem with Howie. Howie manages the cap like a goat. This man does the most unbelievable trades, but evaluating talent, absolutely not. It ain't it, Howie. That ain't it.
So I just wanted to say real quick, apparently Daniel Jones' speed on that run was 20.8 miles an hour. That's wide receiver type speed right there. He definitely got up there. But Howie Roseman's coming back, bro. He says, you hate me, though, bro. I evaluated the personnel perfectly. Where do you think fucking... Listen, I'm going to keep it real with you. I don't think anybody, including Howie Roseman, expected Travis to break out like that.
Absolutely not.
Listen, man. He does say, though, Darius Slay's 28 and one of the faster cornerbacks in the league. He ain't old. He ain't slow. Will you say, though? Yeah. Will you say, and you know what? I won't be surprised if you don't agree with this because you're a Philly fan, but will you say that you think some Philly fans are overrating Darius Slay? Not to that comment there, but I'm talking about over the course of the general season back when you guys first got him and stuff.
Well, I do say that I think that, a lot of us Eagle fans, usually once we get a player, a lot of their accreditations that they've already built, like Darius Slay was a Pro Bowler, coming from Detroit. So, of course, we get him coming over this way, and it's all of a sudden like, we got another Pro Bowler. When, a lot of the stuff to make, Darius Slay successful, that's on our defensive coordinator, Jim Schwartz. And if Jim Schwartz ain't putting Darius Slay in the best position to succeed, which he's had troubles with at times. I still think, Darius Slay, he came over with a lot of recognition already. I think, some Eagles fans might have, bought into that. Rightfully so, though. I believe Darius Slay is holding up to that end of the bargain. So, hey, I believed it. I believe he was going to have an immediate impact when he came to this team. And he's showing us exactly why we got him. We need Darius Slay, we need big play Slay out there.
Shout out to Jaden Dawkins in the chat, one of my great supporters in here. He says the Giants need to get a goddamn receiver, and we're gonna win 18-16. I won't be surprised if it's that low scoring game. Like let's keep it real. I think this might be a defensive game more than anything, man.
Hey, bro, I'm gonna go ahead and I don't mean to let the cat out the bag or nothing, but I see us we putting up 30 on y'all at least. So that's how we doing it, bro. Yes, sir. Listen, I'm gonna tell you right now, my guy.
We have one of the best defenses in the league.
We've been putting up more points in each game. So yes,
we have one of the best defenses in the league, though.
Oh, the Giants?
Yeah.
You said against the Giants. True, but what was the Ravens' defense last week? I think they were pretty good.
Let me pull it up right now. Let me pull it up.
I think the Niners were pretty good.
So the Ravens, I got you. So Baltimore Ravens, they are currently ranked. I'm gonna go on with Pro Football Reference here. They're not in the top 10. So
okay.
Oh no, I'm wrong. They are the number 2 defense.
We dropped 28 on their head.
All right, okay. I want to address that because I had Philly fans in my comments saying this. Listen, y'all dropped 28 because Baltimore let y'all drop 28 in the second half. They had that game locked. Keep it real. They had that game locked up. They had that game locked up, and they were chilling, bro. They were chilling.
Listen, first of all, we should have scored more points than 28. We dropped some touchdowns in the end zone. We had some drop passes. We missed a field goal. We should have had more than 28. We should have won this game. Hey, listen, I know we started off like garbage in that game. I think it was like 17-0 at the half. Yeah, listen, we had early half mistakes. If we would have cleaned up some of that, we could have won this game. So, yes, that was the number 2 defense. We put up 28 points. Hey, I don't know how it happened either. I ain't going to lie. I was shocked by some of them plays. But, yes, please believe the Giants We putting 30 on y'all, my guy.
So if we rank the defense here on Pro Football Reference by points put forward, right? By points put forward, the Ravens, where are they? The Ravens are 31st in the league. So there you go right there. They might be the second overall defense in the league, but when it comes to points putting forward, they've let up a lot of points.
Right on.
This is why I'm saying you guys are not dropping all that points on us. The Giants are 11th in the league when it comes to points put forward. That's pretty high.
Tell you, listen, we are finding a groove right now, and I'm telling you, this is going to be the game that we're going to go ahead and offensively wake up. Now, listen, I saw you. I forgot who it was that put that score up there saying it was going to be 18-16 and y'all were going to win. Y'all think y'all really going to hold us to 16 points?
I mean, we held the Rams to like what, to 16?
All right, my guy. Listen, if that's the kind of a game it is, if it's low scoring like that, y'all going to have a chance to win. And if that's the case, if it's 16 points, Carson Wentz is going to probably have thrown like 2 or 3 picks because he is going to test y'all secondary out this game. And I think he's building confidence now to where, yes, this team is clicking a little bit. And I think they're starting to find some offensive grooves. So listen, hey, at least, 30 is disrespectful. I get it. That hurts. I understand.
Listen, only one team. You know what? Only one team has managed to put up that much points on us, and that was the 49ers in week 3, where the Giants look like a college team.
Dallas did.
Listen, I told you, Dallas got help from the refs, bro. Dallas got help from the refs. There was like 5 calls in that game that should have went our way.
Absolutely. Look, man, I'm going to tell you right now, look, again, I understand right now, y'all got a lot of confidence coming after this win, against Washington. But I'm going to tell you right now, come Thursday night, I'm sorry, guys, but y'all just in the way. Y'all going to have to get steamrolled over.
What'd you just say? Hold up. You just said we're in the way.
Hey, bro, listen.
You know what? I was being nice. We have
through another one of these. Y'all in the way.
Nice.
Y'all in the way.
I was being nice, but I'm going to come out and say it, bro. James Bradberry is going to get like 2 interceptions this game, all right? The best man-to-man corner in the league, James Bradberry. One of them is going to be tipped, and the other one is going to be a straight-up interception. So Carson's only going to throw like one because one of them's going to be tipped. And then Leonard Williams is going to come up on Jamon Brown while Jamon Brown is adjusting his shoelaces. You know what I'm saying? He's going to come up on him, get like 2 sacks, and Kyler Fackrell is going to get like some good pressures off the edge. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to say we just in the way, that's what I'm going to put out there.
Hey, y'all know what it is. Y'all in the way. Listen, y'all know what y'all catching this year. I think I said that too. It's broom sweep time. So we got to see y'all here pretty soon. Oh, yes, brother. The broom is coming out.
We're not getting swept this year. We're not getting swept this year. Bro, I'm telling you, we're taking at least one game from y'all.
What makes this year different than last year and the year before that? Bro,
we have
bring
better
out the
coaching
broom for y'all every year.
We even
name y'all the broom squad.
We even agreed on it earlier. We got better coaching. If we got something that's working in the first half, we're gonna keep at it, unlike last year. And shout out to Calvin. I'm definitely down for this. We could do it on your channel if you're down, Philly Notion.
Yes, sir.
With a post game, we'll do Sunday. Since there's no game, there's no game for either of our teams on Sunday. How's that?
I'm with it, my guy. You already know. So,
there you go, guys.
I want to see that reaction, and I want to be like, yep, Notion, you got it. Yep, y'all dropped 30 on our head. I see it. Yes, sir. I want all that, my guy.
Listen, we had Howie Roseman in the chat earlier. I can't believe this. Now we have Doug Peterson in the chat. Doug Peterson says, my game plan is perfect. Patrick Graham, who, by the way, is the Giants defensive coordinator. I want to say Patrick Graham, in my opinion, is one of the best defensive coordinators in the league because with all the injuries that the Giants have, he's still cooking up such a good defense, right? He says Patrick Graham doesn't stand a chance against my read option. What do you think about this? And then be objective. Be objective.
Listen. They clowning right now. That whole read option, throw the read option, out the window for right now. That's the same play. Listen, the last game we just played against the Ravens, we cut it within 2 points of the game, right? 2 points into the game. We're going for the 2-point conversion to tie the game. And Doug Peterson decides to call an RPO. Listen, we ain't had no success with the RPO all game, but we wanted to call it when the game was on the line. No, Get that garbage RPO, run play action crap out of there. We need to let Carson do what he needs to do.
This is what Doug says. I called a timeout, but the refs didn't give it to me.
It's straight cap. Straight cap. Oh, my gosh.
Listen, man, I don't know how we got the Eagles. See, this is why y'all are losing, bro. This is what your GM and coach are doing in their spare time.
Hey, look, I see that. They need to be getting this game plan right. We need to be talking about how we're going to score 30 on these Giants. That's what we need to be doing, fellas.
We even got Bobby Murphy getting cocky now. He's like, Jalen Hurts, bro, 2 touchdowns.
Yes,
one rushing,
sir.
1 passing. Listen, Jalen Hurts, I'm going to tell you right now, don't be surprised. I don't think they're really going to use Hurts this game. I think the Eagles are going to like slowly and every now and again, kind of like an ebb and flow situation. They're going to put Hurts in when they feel comfortable putting him in. I don't think this is one of those games, but you tell me about that.
No, I use Hurts just like we've been using them. Gadget plays. I know, hey, look, we didn't, Jalen Hurts was a spark for us. So, Carson wasn't looking good at that point in time. And Jalen Hurts kind of came in, got us a spark. Carson came in and he picked up where he was at. So, yeah, I expect to see, Jalen sprinkled into this thing. But yes, he's a spark. He's going to be something you're going to have to go and keep an eye on. We're doing plays now where we're passing it to, Carson, or Jalen Hurts is passing it to Carson. Carson is throwing it back. Like, yes, there's going to be some trick gadgets with Jalen Hurts out there, and I expect to see it.
So what are you saying to Doug Peterson here, man?
Hey, listen, he know that play was garbage. Listen, you mean to tell me in the Super Bowl ring check? You already know. Listen, we call
Listen,
the Philly
you lucky
step.
I ain't got no rings because I got 4 times. Just imagine there's 4 rings there, man.
Hey, listen. Hey, Coughlin's gone, brother. He took them rings with him. So
listen, we got Joe Judge, the apprentice of both Bill Belichick and Nick Saban. Come on now.
Oh my gosh. Hey, listen, y'all had it. The Eli arrow, hey, when it was in, it was in. Hey, I ain't gonna even sit here and say, hey, Eli was just a magician out there. I don't know how
in his prime. Yeah,
oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, yeah, Father Time caught up to it is what it is. But hey, Eli, hey, that man was clutch moments. That's that he stepped up to it. So I never knocked Eli, again. Yeah, of course, during the decline, we saw bad, ugly Eli too. But at the same time, yeah, in his prime, look, Eli, man, I respect the man as a person also. Just all the Mannings, man. They classy people, my guy.
We got, Doug Peterson needs to chill, bro. He's like, Patrick Graham's going to be cooking up his dinner. And Simon Z, I just want to say Simon Z is correct. We have more Eagles fans in the chat right now than Giants fans. I've never had that happen before, yo.
Yes, sir. Hey, because the birds, we travel well, number 1. And number 2, everybody in here, all the Eagles fans know we about to take this win. So, hey, to all my Eagle fans in this chat, if we about to get this win, let me see y'all birds in here. Yes, sir.
We got an Eagle raid in here, man. Oh, my God. Punkum, shout to Punkum in the chat. He says, fly, Eagles, fly into a dumpster.
Hey, listen, I'm so ready for this Thursday game, man. Like you said, man, there's a lot that's riding on this. The basement trophy is riding on this, I believe. Whoever
what? Let's get into that.
Yeah.
The implications of that game right now, man. What happened? What does it mean for the winner? What does it mean for the loser?
Hey, I really strongly think that, hey, if we lose this game, I'm definitely going to be reevaluating our season plans because there ain't no reason. Listen, I'm not buying it. I understand, y'all beat Washington and y'all still trying to find yourselves as a giant team, but we should win this game. The Eagles should win this game. I know we're decimated with injuries. And look, our coach right now, he needs to show why he's, one of the best coaches, in my opinion, in the NFC East. So, yes, I think this is going to come down to coaching. Doug Peterson better not get out coached by Joe Judge. Carson Wentz better not get outplayed by Daniel Jones. And, hey, our defense better step up to this game. So, hey, look, we better handle this business. That's all I'm saying, my guy.
Doug Peterson, real quick, before I give my thoughts on it, this was when you were talking about Eli in his prime. He's like, Howie and I tried to get Eli Manning as the super gadget player.
I'm done. Oh
So
my gosh.
this is what I got to say on it, right? The Philly Notion is right on one thing right here. This is a game that the Eagles should win. If we're going to keep it real, they're favored for a reason. I think you guys are favored by a couple of points. Maybe it's 3 or 4 around that 5-point margin, right? The Eagles, for good reason, should win this game. However, I think the Giants have a better chance than people give us. I'm not one of those Giants fans that are completely hyped up off of the Eagles win. Of course, I be doing skits every now and again, and my last skit that I did, one of the characters, it was like kind of the stereotypical just overreacting Giants fan. He was like, "That's it, bro. We just won against Washington. We're going for the playoffs." I don't believe that, but I do think that we have a pretty good chance against the Eagles. One of the reasons is right here. Simon Z just said it. No Ertz, no Goddard, no receivers besides Travis. And I do believe Bradberry is going to shut him down. Now, like you said, Bradberry, he shuts him down. Everybody else on that defense has to shut everybody else down. You know what I'm saying? And that's where I think the matchup is really going to be. The two important matchups, the trenches, which is really funny. The Giants O-line, not that good. The Eagles trenches, really good. The Eagles O-line, not that good. The Giants trenches, really good. It's funny how it's literally the same thing on both teams right there. And then because of that, secondary. Now, I'm going to go out on a limb and say I think we have a better secondary, but that's because I think we have better surrounding parts. For example, the middle linebacking helps out our secondary more than your middle linebackers help out your secondary. So that's why I'm going to go out on a limb and say that I think we have a better secondary. But what's going to come down to is, like I said, whoever has less injuries, and if our defensive line can pressure Carson, force him to make some, errant throws, I really think we're going to shut your run game down because of no Miles Sanders and because we're a top 10 run defense in the NFL. So it's going to be really a game where Philly's going to force Daniel Jones to beat us, and we're going to force Carson Wentz to beat us. For whoever wins this, I legitimately think the winner of this game has that shot at going to the first place in the NFC East. And then, like you said, the loser is going to be battling for the basement trophy. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, facts. And I can't, disagree with you on that. I do think that, right now, like you said, like just the way that your team is built, or the Giants, y'all are a sneaky team. And I know y'all are still kind of learning and building. You're learning to your new coach, Joe Judge. Listen, I heard some of the stuff he was doing in the offseason. I thought it was laughable, respectable at the same time. I'm hearing he's, having players running laps and, hey, listen, hey, if it's working, it's working. So, but it's looking like your team is starting to believe.
Yeah, because somebody brought it up earlier. We didn't get to it. It was a Dallas fan that brought it up. There's dissent going on in the Dallas locker room right now. It's completely the opposite in the Giants locker room. Somehow, some way, they bought into the running laps and whatnot, and they all playing for Judge.
Yes, y'all believe. And that's, like you said, Dallas right now, they questioning Mike McCarthy. I'm going to tell you that right now. I don't know, everybody looking in the locker room like, what's going on? But, hey, the Giants, y'all are slowly believing in Joe Judge. I believe every game y'all lost to the Dallas, team by what, like 3 points?
3, yeah.
Y'all been in close games.
The only game that wasn't close was that 49ers game. And since then, they've picked it up and they brought it back close.
No doubt. So, again, I see the will that y'all are coming together slowly as a team. I just believe strongly that the Eagles are going to find that will in this game. Listen, if there's, not a win after this game, there's going to be a lot of firings in Philly after this game. A lot of staff will be getting fired. So,
I want to say real quick, we had a bunch of Philly staff in here. We finally got some Giants staff in here. Patrick Graham, the defensive coordinator out here, he says Giants defense is coming for Wentz, bro. Listen, Patrick Graham, I'm glad that you in here, man. He says, I got a top 10 defense. I don't even have Xavier McKinney, our second-round pick, one of the best safeties in the draft class because he's injured. He says, I'm a god when it comes to coaching. Listen, I love that you in here, but like, yo, can you get back to making the game plan, bro? That's all I'm saying, man. The Doug Peterson says there's a reason how he passed on McKinney, but then Patrick Graham with the clapback, the same way he passed on Mims. Yo.
Hey, I'm trying to tell you, man. Yeah, man. Look, again, your team, the Giants, man. Look, y'all could be a potentially sneaky team, and we're not gonna sleep on y'all. We understand that. Yes, y'all got. I'm not gonna sit here and say, I know a lot of people right now are doubting Daniel Jones and all this stuff. Y'all have a pretty good, quarterback. I must say, I think he's still learning, and I think the ceiling is still up there for him. So, as long as he can keep putting these things together, listen, y'all got an okay quarterback on y'all's hands right now. Still give him some time. But
He's taking the lump.
Y'all got to take a loss. Y'all know what it is. Y'all know what it is.
This man, bro.
It is. Hey, y'all in the way. Like, listen.
In the way of what? Philly Notion. In the way of you guys going like 3-13, man?
Check. Ring. Check. Hey, listen, we won another one. We're greedy. This is our era. We're the last NFC team, yes, sir, to bring in the trophy to represent greatness in the NFC. So
all I'm gonna say,
y'all know y'all gonna put some respect on it. NFC East,
all I'm saying,
defending champs.
You cannot ring check me when we got 4 rings.
Belt check. Y'all know what it is.
All I'm saying is you can't ring check me when we got 4 rings. And I'll say this: we're in no position. The Giants are in no position right now, right? To be talking about Super Bowls. But I'll say this: we go to the Super Bowl every decade since 1980, man. At least once. I'll say that.
I ain't gonna knock y'all. Y'all did do something. Wait, last year y'all won was it 12? No,
4 and 12. Was it? What?
Y'all won a Super Bowl with Eli.
Yeah, it was 2011 season, 2012 Super Bowl.
Well, okay, so yeah, y'all still within the decade. So hey, I respect y'all, but them cow turds, 25 years? No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. So yeah, look, I put respect on y'all's rings. I understand it. Y'all got some kind of legacy throughout this decade, but at the same time, the Eagles are taking over, brother. Yes, sir.
Let's keep it real. What are you guys gonna do with all these backloaded contracts that you have that are coming up, though?
Hey, that's gonna be a reality. Honestly, we're gonna have to face. We're gonna be cutting some ties with people this offseason, man. Like some fan favorites. Like I don't know if you've heard Zach Ertz might be gone. That's that's Carson Wentz's, number 1 target blanket. But the way Zach Ertz has been playing this year, and he's wanting, George Kittle, your Travis Kelce type money.
I don't think he's top 3, right? But I don't think he's worth that money.
I completely agree. And his play on the field right now is kind of impacting something. It looked like he's playing out there, like he don't care until he gets paid. So, yeah.
You don't want to see that.
Sad, man. But somebody's going to pay for Zach Ertz. Please believe that. He's going to get a bag somewhere.
So, let's see here what we got. You know what? I think that's gonna be about it. We already been going for about an hour or so. Shout out to Philly Notion for coming on, man. Once again, his link is in the description down below. Before we close out, I almost forgot to do this. Let me pull it up real quick. You guys know I'm now in partnership with a Mutt coin website, not just Mutt, but like 2K and stuff. I'm quickly gonna share the screen. Got to do this now. You know what I'm saying? Your boy got lucky enough to get this. If you need Mutt coins, go to GameRusher.com. Use the discount code HUB, HUB. Get yourself Mutt coins. Not just Mutt. Like I said, they got Madden 21, NHL 21. They even have Animal Crossing. I don't know what you buy on Animal Crossing, but they got that there too. Use the code, support your boy. Thank you all for tuning in, man. Once again, shout out to Philly Notion. Philly Notion, any last words, man?
Hey, man, listen, again, hey, appreciate all the love. I want to thank you again, my guy, for even having me on, man. I've been humbled, being on here, man. And again, keep up your great work because you're doing an outstanding job, of course. Hey, look, again, don't take this beat down personal on Thursday because we dropping 30 on y'all. And then we got to see y'all again, I think, in a couple more weeks after that. So
yeah, hey. It's Eagles, then I think Buccaneers. I'm pretty sure it's Eagles again, or it might be Washington and then Eagles.
Right on. So yeah, man, like I said, the broom's coming early for y'all. Please believe that. So, but hey, appreciate the love, my guy. Again, hey, if y'all new to checking me out, feel free go check out Philly Notion.
I got his Twitter down there too, guys.
Y'all already know. And go hit that subscribe because y'all already know I'm on this new goal. Just hit about 400 subscribers the other day. So coming up, gang. So I appreciate all the love. Again, hey, the Hub, I appreciate you for having me on, and I'm looking forward to this game Thursday, my guy.
Yep. Thank you all for tuning in once again, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat. We even got, for some reason, Joe Judge in the chat now, apparently. We had the Eagles head coach in
The
the
whole
chat.
staff.
we had Howie Roseman in the chat. We had Joe Judge in the chat and Patrick Graham in the chat. Thank you all for tuning in. My final thoughts. All I'm going to say is Philly Notion is capping if he thinks that they're putting up 30 on the Giants defense, that when it comes to points, we don't allow that many points. Now, like I said, the Eagles should win this game, but don't be surprised if the Giants sneak out with one. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm going to say to that. Shout out to everybody. Sabrina says, looking forward to the post-game show. Yep, that's right. It was planned right here. It's going to be on Philly Notions channel. You know what I'm saying? We'll work out the details Sunday. And now we got Dave Gellman in the chat turning in as we're closing out.